third group.
Fang 1 targeted north group stack 36,000, 13,000. Fang 40 scope, short skate, hot, right.
Okay, welcome to the first of many tacview debriefs. Today we're going to be going over one dogfight in particular, and it's going to be Fight 5 of a series of around 10 fights. And this is obviously done in Project Eagle. It is a game still in early development for Roblox. However, we are testing it out today, and we're going to kind of dissect some tactics, look at some errors, look at what went well, what went wrong, and hopefully learn from this dogfight today. So we are going to be breaking it down, but before we do, I'm going to let you watch the entire fight, and then we're going to replay and go into a tactical debrief. So first and foremost, let's watch the entire fight. Okay, and that's the kill shot. Alright, so now we're going to actually go back and break some of this down here. So just for some context, let's get to the merge. Okay, just for some context here. These are two of the same aircraft fighting against each other. This is an F-15, and this is an F-15. So the performance of both aircraft are going to be exactly the same. It's really just down to pilot skill here, and tactics and things of that sort. So, for some context, this is me. And the person flying with this backseater right here is my buddy Temple here. Big credit to him. And in the back is his buddy and my buddy who's going to be recording the fight for us today. So, let's go over some of this. Okay, so here's the very start of the merge. And right off the bat, I'm going to draw my flight path in black and this one in yellow. So my flight path, I've got an aggressive nose-up attitude at the merge here. We've both got burners on, and I've already started and completed about half of my roll into this merge, and he's still going straight, kind of indecisive about which way he wants to turn. So that's going to put me in an advantageous position here, knowing that I'm going to start my turn early. So essentially somewhat of a lead turn. And we're going to talk about why this nose-up attitude was important in a moment. So here, we can see this fight developing. This goes into a one-circle fight. We both turn the same way. My flight path is like this. His is like this. This is a nose-to-nose fight. It's a one-circle. And that aggressive nose-up attitude that I started out with is going to help me bleed off some speeding at the smaller turn radius. And that's going to be ultimately what allows me to win this first one-circle merge here. So if we play, you can see I get nose on. I take some shots. I miss. And I reverse my turn right here. I reverse that turn to make this a two-circle fight And to hopefully, my idea here is to come outside of a circle, go into lag, regain some of the speed I just lost, and pull in behind him. And his flight path would look something like this. So this is now really a 2-circle. Now, just right off the bat, some things that he does not want to do would be, 1, pull into the vertical, at least right now. He just did this turn. He's got a high G load. There's no reason to do that. Second, it's just going to make him lose speed, and I'm behind him. That's a bad thing to do. And right now, the other really bad thing he could do would be reverse. If he reverses here, he's going to open up all the angles when I come in behind. And this is a potential shot for me here. And unfortunately, that's exactly what he ends up doing. Not the vertical, but the reverse. And here he reverses. And now we can see why that was such a big mistake. My nose is coming around like this. And his nose is coming around like this. And this is going to end up turning into a snapshot opportunity for me. Which, if I was a better shot, I could have made. But I end up missing this shot here. Goes, I believe, over top of him. Here it comes. No, right behind him, actually. And here he goes vertical. So this is an okay-ish move in this position. Okay, going vertical in a 2-circle is never a good idea. However, I'm right here. The only reason he's able to do this and gets away with it is because I've already done 2 turns and I've pulled lead twice. One to hit him on the first merge, and now I pulled lead to try and hit him here. So I'm pretty slow. He's only really done 2 turns. His first and then the reversal. So he's a lot faster than me. Meaning when he goes into this vertical, as he does here, we can see I can't follow. So I know I can't follow. My idea here is I'm just going to level off, proceed straight. The flight paths I'm going to model here. And he's pulling up. His lift vector's in this direction. And essentially my idea is I'm just going to regain some of that speed and prepare to counter whatever move he does. Okay, so right now it's pretty hard to see me since I'm very far, but I'm going to draw the flight path. I'm currently right here on, well, not the deck really, but under him, trying to gain some of that speed by leveling off. What a slight climb. And he's coming down on top, and his idea here is what he really wants to do is he's going to put this lift vector behind me and invert to come and turn around and slot in behind like that. And that's really his plan here. And my idea is when I see him invert, I'm watching for that invert and that pull down here, because when he does that, I'm going to pull inverted to counter, and I'm going to try and come up. And that's hopefully going to save me from whatever snapshot opportunity he's going to have here. So we're going to see that happen. He comes down. There he's inverting, and I'm pulling up. I'm over here. Now we lost sight of me. And as he's coming down, now he's pulling up, and now I'm here. So now we're back into the 2-circle. I'm higher than him because I pulled up just now to counter his downward move. And now he's got nose down, so he's gaining a lot of speed. He's very, very, very fast. And I'm a little bit slower than him. This is good in my case since I'm higher than him, so I can easily gain that. And I also get to slot in behind him here. So my idea here is what I'm going to do in the correct move on my part is I'm going to invert fully. And because he's faster than me, he's going to shoot out in front here. And I'm basically just going to kind of make this a lower aspect scenario by slotting in behind. The way I'm going to do that is I'm going to still be traveling in this direction, but my nose is going to be pointed downward. So it's going to look something like this. And his flight path is going to be continuing here. And essentially, it's going to look like some offset drift, but it's really just me inverting. The reason it's going to look like that is because he's so fast and he's going straight. So that's what's going to end up happening here, and this is really the decisive move. This is where he kind of really loses the fight. There's the invert, and there's the small little drift, and I'm basically saddled in behind him now. So we get a little bit of lag here, a little bit of desync, and we're back. Okay, so he reverses. I go under. He pulls vertical again. He realizes he doesn't have the speed, so he has to invert. And I try to pull up for a snapshot. I missed that. That was too far to his right. And now I'm just coming down on top of him from behind. And he's really low on energy. There's not too much you can do here. He just bled off even more by going vertical. And he's starting to stall. So you can see him pitch down here. And it doesn't work. And I just go high, come in behind him. And at this point, there's not too much he can do. I believe he dies in like the next 2 or 3 turns. So he does this 1 turn here, trying to continue this 2 circle. He's trying to force an overshoot, but the separation is too far. And he reverses again, drops some flares, and I believe on this turn is where he dies. I start pulling lead, and I hit him. And that's really the end of that fight. So just as a small recap here, some of the key moments of this. Starting off into the merge, I have an aggressive nose-up attitude into this 1 circle fight, which is going to allow me to kind of come around to 4 him in this 1 circle. Let me find it here. Okay, here we go for the merge. And this is the initial merge here with the nose-up attitude from me. And boom, there we go, into the 1 circle. And that's what allowed me to win that 1 circle. Nose-up attitude. And the other real decisive move here is really just this slot in that comes in later on here as he's pitching down and I'm coming over, which is the one where I invert. And that really was only happening because he was so fast and he wasn't managing his speed. But that kind of just allows me to slot in right here. And he's still here. Sorry, wrong color. And that's really where he loses the fight. At this point, there's not much he can do. He's got a lot of speed, but he has no angles at all. And he can really do nothing much with it. So that's really going to be the end of today's tacview recap. I just wanted to go over some things. I hope you learned something. Notice some of the mistakes. Don't do those mistakes like reversing in the 2 circle. And that's going to be it for today. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something again. And I wish you a great day.